Hi everybody, I just want to check in with y'all and let y'all know uh, life goes on, it's going on as usual. For all my new subscribers, welcome. For those who have been joining me on a regular basis, thank you. I appreciate it. And I was just checking in to let y'all know that, I got a lot of changes going on as usual. You do what, you try to be obedient where the Lord say be obedient. Y'all forgive me because I'm um, uh, on a tired note. So, but anyway, I may have a little clip, I'm not sure, at the beginning of the video or the end of the video with my merchandise. And I appreciate if y'all would, if you can't afford to spend some coins on some of my merchandise, I appreciate it. And if you can't, I understand. Um, and I do have super thanks as well. And so if you want to spend some few coins on super thanks, I appreciate it. And help this channel grow, help me get the things that I need for my channel, and help me get my business going. I'm trying to do as much as I can, as quick as I can. I mean, time is speeding up and cranking up on me, and the changes are coming quicker than, pretty fast. So, but with everything going on, first, last week I got a surprise with Walmart. I tried to send a message, a very important message out, and I realized that it didn't go through. And that message, and then finding that out, it would have affected my employment. Um, had I not found that out enough time, in the right amount of time. So, I pay my phone bill on the 13th every month. So I don't know what Walmart was tripping off of. I don't know why they did it. I don't know if that's the new steal they got going on, and the phone company start cutting your stuff off 2 and 3 days early and forcing you to have to pay so much amount of money to get it back on. Not only that, I'm gonna drop my phone, y'all. Not only that, in doing that, it's pulling money away from the money that I will have go on my account, because I had to go on my account and pull money that is basically like it's set in the account. And if you don't pull it, it don't pull away from the money you have coming in. But if you pull that money, it's gonna pull away from the money you have coming in, and that's like basically like a loan. And I'm trying to really get away from loans and things like that, because they have affected me in a negative way for quite some time. Because for me, that was my resource. That was all that I had, was to go through some kind of loan or pawn shop, y'all, to try to make ends meet. And the fight to get away from that life and having to use that as a resource all the time, when I started getting the threats of people talking about taking me to court to pay back a loan that I probably really never should have even gotten. But I was thankful that I did. And I tried to do everything I could, but once the attack started and once the finances wasn't there, all you can do is just call me and say, hey, I can't pay it right now. I might pay it later. I might pay a fee, do something or refinance or something. But so many times with some companies, I got the threat of going to court. So I got the constant fees. It's like, what are they going to do with these fees, because the fees make it harder for you to pay back, when you're really trying to pay back. So, um, that, like I said, that forced me with Walmart doing that. My bill usually paid on the 13th. And I know on the 10th they sent me a message. I didn't pay any mind to it, because they usually send me a message early to let me know they're trying to take auto pay out of my account. If the auto pay, if it's locked, they won't pull it. So I didn't think anything about it. And then on the 10th, well, it might be like the 7th or 8th when they sent the message, but it was on the 10th when they cut the phone off. All our phones. That's connected through my account. And that would mess us all up, because one of the resources that's going to be helping me now with income to be able to keep us in a roof over our head until we can buy, till we get to the what we want to get to in life, which is a whole lot better, ownership than again, ownership and not renting. That could have also affected them. It did affect them, but we got it rectified soon enough. I haven't called Walmart. I just was not in the argument. I'm not an argumentative person, but I will speak my piece. And that, like I said, that made us spend money that we really should not have had to get the phones turned back on. And I already know Walmart, they're not going to get that money back. They're not going to rectify it. They're not going to fix it. It is what it is, basically, with them, unfortunately. And I'm not saying I'm okay with them doing it. That's why I'm making a video, so people will know. Be aware that may be something that all the phone companies are going to start doing. And it may be people that don't do videos, that don't even know what to do. So y'all just be on the lookout. Watch out and see what days you pay your bill, what you got your phone set on auto pay or not. Because they may still cut it off. So, you don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So, I don't know. But anyway, and then after that, I had a few dollars over on the side. It was left over from the money that I had pulled over to had to pay Walmart. So I had to get a certain amount pulled. It wouldn't let me pull less than a certain amount, which that was something. So I wound up trying to order something to eat from her. I wound up trying to order something to eat from DoorDash. And I noticed that a couple of days back, a week or so ago, when I got paid or whatever, when I had went in there for DoorDash, I noticed the DoorDash kept sending me messages and stuff to do the subscription. And I declined it because I don't want no subscription. I just pay my little fee that I have to pay for people to deliver and all that or whatever. And I don't deliver for them no more. So that was the next thing. I think that was the same day or the next day. I forgot the phones turned back on. And then next thing I know, at the same time that I was making the order for DoorDash pulled $90-some for their subscription fee. So then I had to go to call the bank the next day to see if they can, to dispute it. So that takes a while for that to come back because I didn't give them permission. I didn't give them permission to do. So that's been the aggravating thing. Not to mention that where we're staying at, like I said, it was a nice big home. And I was hoping to be able to, stay here, but it's too much. And I can't afford it by myself. And even with their income, that we're not going to be able to afford that much because they're not going to make that much more, than really what I'm making. And, you don't want all your money going into paying somebody else's rent and then light, water, and gas and keeping all these utility people jobs and only for you to get the threat of your stuff being cut off and all that, because they're going to do it. They're going to cut your water off. They're going to cut your lights off. They're going to cut your internet off. They're going to cut everything off as soon as you don't pay. They don't have that understanding, unfortunately. And so that's the part that people don't understand, So now you got to really be selective in what you're doing, You got to be careful in what you. And unfortunately, we didn't know things wasn't going to be able to go through the full process with everybody like we had planned because we were being pushed to move so fast. Or not only that, we were homeless for 9 days, basically. 7 definitely out in the car. And somebody else is on top of that. And that was, so we weren't having a chance to just really think. We didn't have the funds to do anything any different than what we were doing. We couldn't move differently, and trying to hear God and trying to be obedient, do what God say do. And then knowing I had to get somewhere because my equipment was coming for me to use to work. So all in all, we finally got somewhere temporarily. And so we're trying to come out of here, and we're looking at this debt on our head to a point because they shut it down where we couldn't even make payments no more. So we have to go ahead and find somewhere, get situated, move around, do what we got to do, uh, so everybody else can get up on their feet and do what they got to do because they got things they got going on in their life as well as I do, so we're just trying to work that out, so y'all just keep us in y'all prayers and everything. Like I said, if y'all can spare some coins and y'all don't mind supporting me to get my business going, y'all forgive me, my hand is in the way because I'm tired. Y'all don't mind supporting me, to get my channel up and running, everything that I need to keep, get my videos out, to get my business going, because I'm still trying to work with my business behind closed doors because that's something I can't mention. I can't get any information out there because y'all, I'm telling y'all, look at my hand. Y'all see my fingernail? I got my nails done 2 times on this video. When I first moved away, I went and got my nails done 2 times when I got to the destination where I was staying for a while. And then when we moved to this place that we moved from before we got here, I got bit by something. And look how my fingernails growing out. And it's growing slow on top of that. So I can't get my nails done or nothing, which I can't afford it right now anyway. But when I do get to the point where I, because in the line of business that I do, you need to look nice. You need, so I got to start getting my hair done and things like that, give me some more clothes and things, because I don't have no clothes. I didn't get to bring none of my clothes. I really didn't have no clothes anyway because I was at home. But, with me needing to get out and about and things like that. And, like I said, just needing to have nice, decent clothes and stuff, that I'll be having to get through, Shein, Temu, whoever, all I can, shop online and things like that. Once I get to that status, because I'm not at it yet. So I'm thankful to have a few clothes I have got and put on my back, And then, like I said, we did manage to get the car completely paid off now. So all we got to do now is get the insurance. The insurance should cover it, to get it towed to a shop and get it fixed so we can get our transportation back up and running. So, yeah, full coverage insurance pays for your car to get fixed, if you don't have the part. If you don't have it, that's what you have full coverage for. Even if it's paid for, it's best to have full coverage and have that thing covered from front to back. So y'all pray for me. And like I said, I always say, it don't matter which direction you're going in, just pray to God that you're going in the right direction. If you find out and realize that you're not, it's okay. Forgive yourself. You make a mistake, you turn the wrong corner. If you got to back up in reverse and you got to start all over again, just hang on, stay trusting God and hang on to Him and get to where you can hear Him, not man. Get to where you can hear God, and He'll make your way. He'll make your crooked ways straight. So I know I'm supposed to be putting out more videos, y'all, but I just been up in here depressed. Thankful to God every day I say my prayer when I sit here in front of these 2 monitors and I sit here and do my job the best I can. But every 2 weeks is hard, and where I'm at, they're constantly adding fees every day, every single day. Even though they got a block, but we can't make no payment. So we're going to probably be moving in the middle of this week, or, I know it has to be this week because next week is Thanksgiving week. So y'all just pray for us and keep us in your prayers and everything. And like always, stay in prayer. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.